I think about retreating my caltrops so like nobody steps on them. And then I remember the floor and I'm like, fuck it, it's a test. Just go to do it.
Okay. You enter the door? Mm-hmm. We'll just put you into the hallway some.
We can... Full disclosure, I would have been like I would have waited long enough for him to get out of the way, and then I would have been like checking corners and stuff.
Oh yeah.
We don't need to do that.
I wanted to give you the opportunity if you wanted. So.
Yeah, it's... I did.
You don't find anything in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going. I peeked over here.
You can start back here if you need to.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Literally, what I did a second ago, is I peeked over there because I thought that was a bookshelf, and if it was a bookshelf, I was gonna pilfer through it, but it was a fireplace, which you mentioned earlier. But I was, whatever.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was like, are there books there? No. Okay.
Most everything in this setup is tried to face for the camera. That will not always be the case.
Right.
But this one was easy enough to set up that way, so.
So I'm gonna come up to the door, assuming I don't see anything with my whatever.
Okay. Yeah.
Is the door locked?
No.
Is it open or is it just unlocked?
It's just unlocked.
Because he said open.
Yeah.
I assume open means unlocked.
Yeah, he meant unlocked. Yeah. Sorry.
Well, it's just one of those, if it's open, then there's going to be some, room pieing going on.
Right.
But if it's just, yeah, let's light this candle.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
That being said, that's not my battle music.
It was working.
It's just creepy
music. It was working. I'm trying to decide, if I want to boot this door in, or if I want to try and be sneaky with it. And, it's a closed room with presumably unintelligent creatures. I'm gonna check the door for traps, or see if I can see if there's anything right. Look under it and see if there's feet.
Okay.
Right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just see if there's something at the door.
Yeah.
So would that be just perception? Or?
Yeah. Perception. You're looking under the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or through the keyhole and around the door for traps.
Right.
Just checking out the door and seeing if the exact entrance is gonna be something. 37.
Okay. Grab that. And we're gonna do a cone from the door. Well, from you. And just see what you could see. So that ends there. Right?
Yeah.
So you could see this.
Okay.
You don't see exactly what it is, but you do see the boots. They're ragged, and there is a stench in this room. It doesn't smell like rotten flesh, but it does smell like death.
Stone room and everything?
Mm-hmm.
I have this really bad habit that extends across every media of gaming, where I will get a cool thing and I'll never use it because I'll be like, what if I need it then? And it just results in me having 50 cool things and never using any of them. So I'm gonna push the button, this grenade.
All right.
Wait 20 seconds, and then just open the door, throw the grenade in, and close the door.
Okay. Where do you want to throw it?
Do I get a sense of the range on this thing when I
look? Thrown range.
No, I mean
Oh,
radius.
I get you. Yeah, it's a 20-foot radius.
So
I would say from your nat 20, you could tell that it would blow up in a 20-foot radius. It would have filled this room.
Yeah, so it's gonna fill this room too.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I'll wait.
But where do you want to throw it? Because that will matter. There are obstructions in the room.
Right.
And I'll also let you roll a perception check
when I open the
when
door.
you open the door with a -5 because you're doing it so fast.
Fair enough. So I think I'm gonna wait more than 20 seconds.
Okay.
Because I don't really want to. I want this to be a thing that just I'm cooking this grenade, you know.
Right.
So I'm.
But you do know there is at least this obstruction there. You don't know what's around the side here. You couldn't see it, but you did see this.
I think I might just aim for the top of that table.
Okay.
because you know it's relatively centered.
Right. I mean, as far as you know, it could be a pillar.
Right. Oh well, I thought I could see that it was a table.
No, not from under the door.
Yeah, no, valid point.
That's why I said I'll let you do a perception check.
Yeah.
And then decide where you're throwing.
Okay, I'll do that. And then based on how that perception check goes, I'll either throw it basically at the dude I can see, or I'll try and aim over the table.
Okay.
Because like if I can see that it's a table,
yeah,
and see that there's no other obstructions, I'll do that.
In the few seconds there, you'll see the perception check is basically going to be what you're adding to your d20 to make sure that you actually land it exactly where you want it to be, rather than it going off target.
Right. And also, this is an important question: is it a pull door or a push door?
It's a push.
Perfect. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait like basically to where like one turn, where I can just like throw it in, and because I mean, how often am I gonna have the drop on people to the point where I can wait 30 seconds before?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a timed device, but you can absolutely cook it.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit outside this door,
and knowing how much time lets you cook it properly. Yeah, because if you didn't know the time, you'd be rolling a percentile dice each round to see if it exploded in your hand.
Right. So yeah, I'll just wait, and then I'll pop the door open, huck it, and close the door.
Okay. Roll your perception.
Where is it? 28.
Okay. So you get to add a +8.
Oh, sorry, 28, 23, because the -5.
Oh yeah, okay. So you get to add a +3 to your roll. You have to hit a 10 to have it hit exactly where you want it to be.
It's a natural 8, so I got an 11.
All right. So it lands exactly where you want it. You're throwing it on the dais?
Yeah, just like basically dead center. Well, actually, like when I open it, it's good enough to see everything. Mm-hmm. So like I want to, if there was a cluster of people right here, then maybe I would have hit it. Yeah, that's perfect.
Right, yeah.
That is flawless.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to throw a Spider-Man-esque quip, just like, here you go, special delivery.
Right.
And then I'm going to like...
And you hear the... And you hear one of the spikes hit the door. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just try to just like close the door, and then like I'm not standing in front of the door. Like after I throw it, I stand like here. That way, if it blows the door off its hinges, it doesn't take me with it.
Right. Okay. Roll for initiative.
Perfect. Uh, 24.
Okay.
So do I roll damage?
With you using it the way you were, I was just gonna do the average damage.
Okay, that's fine.
So that when you open the door, you get to see what happened.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well,
if you were gonna use it like in a hallway waiting on somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. No, I'm cool with that. I know everything's dead.
Currently calculating the damage now, so that's fun.
It'd be so fun if I just like open the door and they're all like not a encounter I want to have often,
right?
But I think it'd be awesome as like the training initiative or whatever. Right. It's like if you live, and I'm just like, here you go.
Just go straight to the other door.
Just go and knock.
Son of a bitch. All right. You're up.
I was gonna pop. I've seen where all three of them are, so I'm gonna kick the door in at this point.
Okay.
And as I come around, see this dude and just line him up.
All right. So you get one shot because you had to move.
Right. So,
oh, you don't have multi attack yet, do you?
I think I do.
What's your base attack bonus?
Base attack bonus is 5.
Yeah, so you have two. Well, you have 2 shots anyway because you can consume your movement as a full round action. But because you had to move into the room, you only get 1 shot this round.
Okay. How's he looking?
Not happy. Which, I mean, it's hard to tell. He doesn't
Yeah.
have blood. But you can see little cracks in the bones, and he is on fire.
So a 39 to hit.
That'll hit. Plus your weapon damage, by the way.
Yeah, so 22 damage.
Yeah, okay. So I got to...
Well, to be fair,
I wasn't sure. Well, like I said,
how much damage did that grenade do?
It did 23 points as an average damage, which is the middle.
Did you put him there on purpose?
No,
I was like, what the hell? I'm getting ambushed?
Yeah, so you throw a grenade in, two of them just die immediately. You just step in and the skull just explodes.
So he shared, like, I'm going to do a quick, like, there's nothing in here to loot, right?
I mean, maybe. You don't know.
Like, I'll take a quick scan. I don't want to spend a lot of time in it just because of the novelty of, you know what? In fact, I'm not even going to look.
Okay.
No, I have to. Because, like, that could be part of the test, you know?
Yeah.
Of, like, your job was to kill, but do you pay attention? You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So, like, I'm going to take a quick scan, see if there's anything worth anything.
Okay.
Or, like, see if there's something that I should grab or whatever.
I was really hoping that combat would last more than one round.
How much damage did that grenade do?
It did 23 as an average, so it would have
Okay.
done 46 total.
Gotcha.
Per dart. And it has a poison attached to it, which
Didn't
undead
affect me.
immunities.
Yeah.
And then it also had a burn effect that was for 5 rounds. And it was a 1d8 worth of burn each round.
So,
yeah. The potential to do, I think, like over 100 points of damage. And that's not including what the poison does to you.
Right.
If you lived through it, then you'd have to try to live through the poison.
So that's a 23 on my perception.
Okay. So there is...
Turns out there's this glass dial that was on the table.
Okay. Gear. Where's the gear? Okay. The one that you shot that lived has a masterwork greatsword and a coin pouch with 1,500 gold pieces in it.
Jesus Christ.
The other two have broken scimitars and, well, like, when I say broken, the broken condition. Like, they're not in pieces.
Yeah.
But they are pretty well worthless unless you repaired them.
Right.
Along with their armor, it's the same as a broken armor.
So,
and the one that you shot also has a... Where is it? Oh, it has a +2 shield on its back. Which is worth some money. And it's wearing broken armor as well.
So I'm going to... I'm not going to worry about it. Like, part of me wants to...
Give you an idea, its touch AC was 12.
I rolled a 17 and I have a +12 to hit, so...
Yeah.
Unless I misfired.
Right, unless you misfired, you could have auto-shot that,
Yeah. So,
you're going to discover quite often you're rolling to see if you misfire.
Right. Or crit.
Or crit, yeah.
So...
Not always the case, but you're gonna discover that with at least regular enemies, that's normally the case.
So I'm torn because part of me wants to, like... Well, the fire can't be put out, right? So I'm basically just going to huck all these...
It does only burn for 5 rounds.
That's enough time to cremate, right? Yeah. I'm trying to, like... Because these were good people who just failed the test or whatever.
Well, 2 of them were.
Yeah, right. So I'm just going to give them some kind of burial, like, and just cremate, like, just basically yeet them into the fire so that I can still get over there in damn good time.
You have roll a knowledge local. That is not normally what you roll for undead, but because of the world you live in, knowledge local counts for undead.
So I rolled a 2 and got a 16.
Okay. So you would be able to identify which one of them was the one that was placed in here.
Was it the one I shot?
Yes.
I figured.
So
the other two were already burning?
Yeah, right? they were burning when you walked in, yeah.
Perfect. So in that case, I don't have to do anything to still be like, respectful funeral, kind of.
Right.
So I'll just grab the shield and the sword and walk over there and just like, do I knock or? He said just come. I'm just gonna come in. Yeah. So I'm just gonna walk in.
Okay.
Like 2 minutes after he did.
I'm actually gonna move this fireplace. The dog. You might recognize that guy.
I do.
Yeah, I figured you would.
That's a low one, right?
Yeah. Thought it might be fun
Yeah, no, I like it.
to use some old figures. That's why I don't let you guys keep them after campaigns.
Yeah.
Because it's fun for y'all to see them again.
Yeah.
You're in here somewhere. Not in here.
Right.
But like, you're in this campaign.
Yeah.
You're miniature.
Is it the same? Like, is it my character?
No.
Because he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. So I walk in and hopefully a commentable amount of very few, like very little time.
Right, yeah, I mean, what, you were the whole time less than a minute, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I didn't take a lot of time walking through and basically just like.
But I think with your movement speed, it would have taken a round and a half to get up there. And then your perception check under the door. So 2 rounds to get there and look.
Yeah.
1 round to open and throw the grenade. 1 round to walk in.
And plus the
so yeah,
20,
not
25
even
seconds to cook it. So that's a few rounds.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. But
yeah, like
maybe a minute it took you to deal with this entire problem.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to figure out how to do CR for a single.
Well, I think
but the grenade helped.
Yeah, like that pretty much. Like if that was a fight, it would have been longer.
Yeah, it would have been longer because you'd have had multiple to deal with, and you didn't have enough shots to shoot all of them. Even if you hadn't had a move action.
Oh yeah, not in one turn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You
I
still like, could have only shot 2 of them, so there would have at least been 2 rounds.
Yeah,
maybe 3.
Yeah,
yeah, just because of that guy's health.
So yeah, and you said I have like a bag of holding, right?
No, I didn't know, but you can.
I could have swore you told me I could just have it. That way. Like I could.
Yeah.
You told me that because I could take loot and stuff without like.
Yeah, we were talking
figuring
about
out how to carry a great sword. So yeah, like I just shoved the shield and the sword in the bag and just walk in like, hey guys, what's up?
Those 1,500 gold pieces. When you add it to your deal, you can add it however you want. It's actually platinum, but I don't care.
Okay.
So however you need to use it to spend it, I don't.
I just wrote it as 1,500.
Right.
Which I didn't spend all of my starting. I spent a vast amount of my starting gold, but with
almost all of it.
Yeah. Well, with that 1,500, I have 4,270.
Oh.
So, about to upgrade my gun again.
Just keep upgrading that gun.
Not
that armor's going to get you at one point.
Not if I run like a bitch or use doors and grenades.
In either case, as you walk into the back room, hold on, I forgot. I've got special music for this.
Well, I feel like Bard was just in there like, I'm sure he'll be able to handle the zombies. I wonder how he'll do it. Here's... And he's just like, huh, maybe I shouldn't have given him a grenade.
Victory music.
I didn't even mark that thing down in my inventory.
Right? Yeah. There's a nasty grenade, man.
Yeah.
Like, it would have been bad if it had went off in your hand. Like, it may have been the end.
Come back next week for a new campaign.
Right? It's like, well, that's the last Dice Saga right there. As you walk into this room, though, you walk into the back room, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. You walk in, you see a very large room. There is what appears to be an open area for training. There are archery targets at the far end. You see Ard and a very large turtle warrior and an armor-clad gentleman closer to a bookshelf and a table with a map on it. There are some chests to the side. As you look further, you see a well and a bar with some tables around it. There are two people, one behind the bar, one talking to the person behind the bar. And if you scan closely, you see over there are some beds and what appears to be the back of a fireplace and a sleeping dog who looks very comfortable in front of a fire.
So I just kind of walk in and, hey guys, zombies are dead.
Well, it's good to see that you lived. And as you do, this big man walks up to you. He's like, well met, son. And he puts a hand out, and it's like the size of your chest, you know, but he's looking to shake your hand.
I gave it against my better judgment, the old college try.
I'm Karn. And you know this gentleman from a campaign in the future. But he grabs your little hand, you know, just like, right?
Yeah.
Shakes your hand. It hurt.
Yeah. So I'm going to be like, I have a quick question. Is that like a new record? Or...
Well, when I did it, it was, it was one swipe. And you look and you see this giant mace. So the mace that he carries is, in game terms, a huge weapon. It would generally be wielded by a giant.
Right.
And he is holding it one-handed. He has a shield, so you know that he can wield that beast.
So I'm just going to be like, it would have been like 20 seconds sooner, but the spring on that grenade was like really long.
Welcome to the Order of Twilight. And he's kind of going on about his business.
You know, I'm going to kind of walk over here, like where it's kind of congregated a little bit.
Well met, son.
I'm Donte Graystone.
You see a man clad in armor, appears to be a paladin. My name is Boromir.
Donte.
He has a bit of gray in his hair, but looks pretty good. Roll a history check.
With a +5.
Yes.
God. 14.
You recognize him. You're not sure exactly from where, but you know the face.
Yeah.
He's like, come, Karn. Let's get a drink and let these gentlemen talk. And they come over here to the bar. Well done, youngster. This is the headquarters in the capital for the Order.
It's a nice place.
It is what it is.
Need some gun targets and a lab, but you know.
Well,
We could just set some steel up in the corner by the bed. Well,
we do have some from other places that we operate out of, but this is where we do the planning. It's where we hold the meetings, where we talk, where we do all the things that we need to do. And in that regard, before you head home, I have a job for you. If you want it.
I mean, the last one was relatively simple, so...
This next one will not be so simple. I need you to break into the Capitol Council building and into an office.
I think we're staying there right now, aren't we?
No, you guys have a manor in the Capital Circle.
Okay.
I believe that's what you told me. Yeah, no, you have a manor. There's Capitol housing, but none of it's actually
In the Senate building? Or,
Right, yeah. I mean, the Senate's fine.
Yeah.
You can call it that.
I am the Senate. Didn't quote anything. That's unrelated.
I need you to sneak into the office of Garok Gran. He is the Master of Commerce. And I need you to place this into the files. And he hands you a piece of paper. It is an export license for a company called Skin Deep Beauty, which, while you were in the market, you remember I told you further down the road there were other businesses, but this was the main affair?
Yeah.
You would have seen Skin Deep. A very lavish looking building with a very lavish sign.
All right. May I ask why?
We need to be able to transport goods freely, and in turn, when I say goods, I mean people. This export license will allow that to happen without investigation.
And
you've seen these export licenses before.
Yeah, so just so it's on the record, by transport people, you mean troops, not cargo.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
We also mean cargo, but not human cargo.
Right. It's like when you say ship people with me, like currently fighting human trafficking.
I understand.
Like, I just needed a little bit of clarification.
I understand. What this will do, and as a peace officer, you've seen these, I'm sure, as people come in. But you know this to be it's a license to allow someone to travel. Basically, they've proven their business to be trustworthy enough to be able to travel between the districts without having to go through customs. Essentially, it's what they need to do.
Gotcha.
This would allow the order to move people in secrecy without having to worry about dealing with people knowing that they exist.
All right. Sure. I think I can hit that on my way home.
Very good. About District 13. When you get there, we will have a contact that reaches out to you. Her name is Rin. She's a bit excitable. You'll like her. That being said, she will have some jobs for you to do, and she will have some information on your traffickers that you've been hunting. I know that she has it, at least under investigation, whether it is in hand or not, obviously. You are still fighting that. But
I believe something I may need to confess, as I believe with almost certainty, because out of character I don't remember if it's like for certain that I know about it or not. But I believe my parents are involved in the weapons smuggling.
yeah, okay, you do know about that.
Like, so while I am fighting it, I do believe I have some familial ties to its source.
I mean, you know that specifically from some of the weapons you've seized. They come out of y'all's forges.
Yeah.
They have the maker's marks on them and stuff.
So, it is like my family is, at least in part, responsible for the weapon smuggling.
Well, perhaps that can be dealt with or rerouted. If the people are going to gain their freedom, at some point they're going to have to fight. You can't fight an army without weapons.
My weapons are the best, he said with humility. My grenade was pretty tight though, I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I think I'm gonna like, part of me is like drawing up like a small blueprint in my mind. That thing where it's like make more.
Very well. I think there are drinks at the bar and food if you're hungry. Of course, your dog is resting peacefully. What do you say we get some rest, and in the morning, you and I can have a chat about a few other things that may help you along your way.
That sounds good to me.
Very good.
Before I retire, I am going to pull my pepper box, clean it out, reload the regular shot that I use, and take the second Dragon's Breath back out and put the Entangling shot back in.
Okay. Yeah.
So that it's back to normal.
Back to normal. Okay. All right. We'll pick it up here in the morning, and you guys can have a conversation.